Okay. Good afternoon to all. So last lecture, I think we have seen. I think we have started the numerical on the paper core cycle. All right. So one numerical we have taken, and I think 50% part of that numerical we have completed. Is it correct? This was the numerical. So okay, that's my sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. So numerical was like it. So in a steam power plant working on a Rankine cycle, having boiler pressure is 1.5 megapascal, and the steam supplied to the turbine is dry and saturated. Hence, we have considered tear diagram of Rankine cycle like this. That dry and point number 1 here, where dry and saturated steam is supplied to the turbine, and boiler pressure is 1.5 megapascal. So as we know that pressures mentioned in the steam table are in bar, therefore 1.5 megapascal we have to be converted into bar. Therefore 1.5 pascal, 1.5 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 10 raised to 5 is equal to 15 bar. Okay, and is that steam is expanded up to a pressure of 7.5 kilopascal. Therefore, pressure in condenser is equal to what? 7.5 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 10 raised to 5, because 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 pascal. So with the help of that, we have taken this 7.5 kilopascal is converted into 0.075 bar. Okay. Then the cycle we have taken, two pressures are there. Then dry and saturated steam is supplied to the turbine. Then 2 to 3, 3 to 4, that as usual Rankine cycle we have drawn. Now to calculate they have asked to calculate the efficiency of Rankine cycle. I think specific steam consumption, heat rejected, then heat supplied, and so many parameters they asked. So for that, if you see the formulas of all this, we have to calculate the enthalpies at respective points. The polygon, Rankine cycle polygon, if you consider, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. In point number 1, what is enthalpy H1 we have to calculate. Point number 2, what is enthalpy that we have to calculate. Then point number 3, what is enthalpy that we have to calculate. H3, H1, H2, H3, H4. So therefore, we want to calculate the enthalpies H1, H2, H3, and H4. And accordingly, we have started. So we have to use the steam table also. So H1 is equal to Hg at 15 bar. So H1 is equal to Hg at 15 bar. So this is H1 because it is lying on the vapor line. Therefore, H1 is equal to Hg at 15 bar, 15 bar. And the value is, we have to record the steam table number 2 in the steam table. Okay, where pressure is given, saturation pressure, water. Okay, and here 2789.9 kilojoule per kg. So 15 bar is the pressure, and we have to see the Hg value, so that everybody know how to see. And that we have calculated 2789.9 kilojoule per kg. Then H2, the point number 2 is lying in the wet region. Okay, so therefore, but pressure and corresponding pressure is what? 7.5 kilopascal means 0.075 bar. So H2 for wet steam will be, so as this point is lying in the wet, so we know the equation for calculating the enthalpy of wet steam. It's H2 is equal to what? H2 is equal to HF plus X2 into HFG. And this HF and HFG we have to record at 0.075 bar, because the pressure corresponding to that point is 7.5 kilopascal or 0.075 bar. And correspondingly, again table number 2 we have to use. Okay, HF and HFG, or not HF, SFG, it is HFG. Okay. Okay. HF and HFG we have to record at 0.075 bar. So accordingly, pressure number, table number 2, pressure is 0.075 bar. HF will be 168.65 and HFG is equal to 2406.2. Okay. And X2 is not knowing plus. This X2 we have to calculate. Then determination of X2 is our next step. This equation we have written as a, okay. Then to calculate this X2, what we are doing is process number 1 to 2. Process 1 to 2 is isentropic. Is isentropic expansion process. S1 is equal to S2. What is the process happens in the steam turbine? S1 is equal to S2 because isentropic expansion process in steam turbine. And S1 value we know. What is S1 value again? S1 is equal to SG at here 15 bar. SG at 15 bar. So therefore, here S1 is SG at 15 bar. Again, table number 2 we have to report where the pressure is 15 bar. And S1 is equal to SG at 15 bar, 6.441. Okay. And therefore, here it will be S1 is 6.441, S2, and S2 point is what? Again lying in the weight region. Therefore, S2 is equal to SF plus X2 into SFG. Okay. And therefore, SF, again we have to see the table number 2, SF at 0.075 bar. Because corresponding pressure at for point number 2 is 0.075 bar. So S2 is equal to SF plus X2 into SFG. Therefore, SF and SFG we have to record at 0.075 bar. And here in this case, it will be 0.070 SF at 0.075 bar is 0.576 plus X2 into 7.662. And it will become what? X2 will become in this case is equal to 0.76. So up to 2 digits only we have to consider because all the books are considering the values of X2 into up to 2 digits only. Therefore, X2 is equal to what? 0.76. And therefore, H2 is equal to 168.65 plus 0.76 into 2406.2. And therefore, H2 is equal to what? 1997.36 kilojoule per kg. Okay. Then H2 we got now because X2 we got in equation. H2 equation is one equation, and already we know 168.65 plus 0.76 into 2406.2, and H2 is equal to 1997.36. Then next is H3 is equal to HF at 0.075 bar. So if you see the diagram, H3, the point is lying on the liquid region, pure liquid line, H3. Here H3 is equal to HF and corresponding pressure is 0.075 bar. So therefore, H3 is equal to HF at 0.075 bar. And therefore, H3 is equal to what? 168.68. Already this value we have already calculated. So 168.65 is the value of H3. Okay. Now, we have to calculate H4. But if you see the H4 point, it is neither on liquid, neither on vapor line, not in superheated zone. It is a subcooled region. And steam table is unable to detect the values at a subcooled region. So it will determine the value maybe in the liquid line, probably in the liquid line, in the wet region, saturated curve, in the saturated curve, and vapor line. And afterwards, superheated. Undercooled properties cannot be calculated with the help of steam table, but we are having one equation. Up till now, I think anybody having problem? Please mention. Anybody understand what? Okay. Asmina sir, no sir. Okay. Others, please reply. Only one. Others, please reply so that I can go ahead very confidently. Prerna can understood. Others, please reply. Asmira and Prerna only replying. Others, please reply. If you are replying fast, we will not waste our time. Others, boys side. Okay. Now we have to calculate H4. I don't know. So we'll write here calculation of H4. We'll write calculation of H4. Okay. Now we calculate H4 now. Now we know that pump work is equal to what? H4 minus H3. Am I correct? Pump work is equal to what? H4 minus H3. So in a W pump is equal to H4 minus H3. So this equation we have to help. H4 minus H3. Or and this means what? Therefore H4 is equal to what? H3 plus W pump. Okay, so this equation is there, and W pump is equal to what? One formula we can calculate. It is VDP. It is a what? Volume is remaining constant because it is incompressible fluid. Water is incompressible fluid, and only we are increasing the pressure. So there are two types of work. One is PDV work, where the pressure is remaining constant and volume is increasing. It is PDV type of work, and one where the volume is remaining constant and pressure is changing. So it is called as VDP work. And all the liquids is having very, very small specific volumes. Okay, and therefore this equation will become here 0.1. The formula everybody have to remember 0.1. So other things I will, we are not having that much time. So 0.1 into boiler pressure in bar. DP means what? Pressure is P boiler in bar minus P condenser in bar. So what both pressures are bar. So and this value will get in terms of kilojoule per kg. So to get the kilojoule per kg, this is the conversion factors I have applied. So this I think we will not explain this formula because it is required. You remember only this formula. So WP is equal to 0.1 into boiler pressure in bar divided minus P condenser pressure in bar and into 0.1. Okay, therefore it will become now 0.1. What is boiler pressure in bar? Is 15 bar minus 0.075. What is the value? Anybody? So this formula everybody have to remember. You will write down in your notebook also. What is that? Always every numerical is where to use. Pump work is equal to what? 0.1 into boiler pressure in bar minus condenser pressure in bar. Give us made got answer 1.4925. So answer is what? 1.4925 kilojoule per kg. This is the W pump. Everybody got understood how to calculate this? This formula you have to remember. So this I will make it star. You make in your notebook also. Top margin. Everywhere you have to use this formula. W pump work is equal to what? 0.1 into boiler pressure in bar minus condenser pressure in bar. So pressures already we have converted into bar because for a steam table we need that pressures in bar. Okay, therefore 0.1 into boiler pressure in bar is 15 bar, condenser pressure is 0.075 bar. And accordingly we will get the answer is 1.4925 kilojoule per kg. Anybody up to this? Anybody having problem? Please mention in chat box. Please fast mention fast. Asmita Sarabarian got answer there, but she would have not. She is not having any kind of problem, I will assume. Asmita, no, sir. Okay. Others, please reply. Others, Narayan, yes, sir, understood. Thank you, others. Praise no, sir. Okay. So now with this representation, we'll go ahead. Now, therefore, we can calculate H4. Therefore, H4 is equal to what? H4 is equal to H3 is what is the value of H3? Already we have calculated 168.65. So H3 is equal to 168.65. 168.65 plus, okay, H4 also I calculated, okay, plus 1.4925, and Asmita has calculated the value. We'll consider this value of Asmita's answer. So it is 174.14, 170.14 kilojoule per kg. Okay, now this is the value. Now H4 we got, H1 we got, H3, all four coordinate enthalpy we got. So up till now, I think there is no problem. Then eta Rankine, that they have asked, this formula of eta Rankine. Here it's applied H1 minus H4 divided by minus H2 minus H3 divided by H1 minus H4. So you put all these values, H1, H2, H4, all the value we know. So you put that values and you calculate the efficiency. It will maybe in point, and we want to calculate in percentage multiplied by 100. So I request everybody to do the calculation. Everybody is having values H1, H2, H3, H4. So you put that values in your equation and calculate the same. If anybody has a problem, please ask. I am ready to repeat. Calculate and tell me the answer. So answer is okay. So 13.19 the answer. I don't know. I don't. 13.19 is the correct answer. Am I right? Okay, 13.19. Then next parameter is work ratio we have to find out. And for that, we have to require work ratio formula is that W net divided by W turbine. So W turbine divided minus W pump divided by W turbine. Okay, and therefore W turbine is equal to H1 minus H2. That we have to calculate. W pump is already we have calculated 1.49. W turbine is equal to H1 minus H2. So H1 we got, H2 we got. So from that we calculate W turbine. So we calculate. So fill that work ratio, heat rejected in condenser and SSC and heat supplied in boiler. So we'll go one if we find page. Add some pages here. Okay, here. Okay, now here we have to calculate what work ratio, and for that What is the formula for work ratio? I write in short, work ratio is equal to WST minus W pump divided by WST. Okay. And WST is equal to here, what is the value? Turbine work is equal to H1 minus H2. And what is the value? Anybody of you can tell? H1 minus H2 is equal to, anybody of you can tell H1 minus H2 is equal to 792.4. 792.4. 54. 790.54. Joule per. Now here pump work we know 1.49. Therefore W work are nearly always equal to nearly 1 and is equal to what? Your pump work is very negligible. Turbine work if we see 792.54 and pump work is very negligible as compared to this 1.49 divided by 792.54, and this will become, how much will become? Maybe 0.99 or 0.97. Anybody of you can calculate it? Ask me to what answer 0.99. 0.99 is the value of work ratio. Okay. Then what they asked is a heat supplied in, heat rejected in condenser. It is very simple. Heat rejected in condenser formula we know. And shortly write as a HR, and is equal to what? H2 minus H3. So H2 we got, H3 got. The value will be, anybody of you? One 828.71. 828.71. Answer is kilojoule per kg. So H2 we got, H3 we got, and the difference is nothing but heat rejected in condenser. Then afterwards what? Heat supplied. Only whiteboard is visible. Now is it visible? Now is it visible, Asmita? Yes. Okay. Good. Heat rejected. So shall I repeat from? Okay. WR work ratio is there. That from which I should repeat? From which place it was not visible? Which step? Work ratio. Okay. So work ratio is equal to WST minus W pump. Okay. Divided by WST minus W pump divided by WST. W steam turbine is equal to H1 minus H2. Okay. So 792.54. So this H1 we got H2 we got, and that difference is nothing but what? Steam turbine work. So 792.54 kilojoule per kg is the steam turbine work. Then work ratio will become what? W steam turbine minus W pump divided by W steam turbine, and is equal to what? 0.99. Okay. Then heat rejected in condenser is HR is equal to H2 minus H3 and is equal to 1828.71 kilojoule per kg. So H2 we got, H3 we got, and this is 1828.71. Similarly, what they asked, next parameter asked is heat supplied in boiler. So heat supplied in boiler will be what? Anybody? What is the formula? Heat supplied. We can call it as QS or HS. Heat supplied in boiler will be HS or QS. We can be what? Heat supplied in boiler QS or HS. We can do not whatever is H1 minus H4 and is equal to H1 we got, H4 we know, H1 we got. That much amount of heat we have supplied in the boiler. Again, Asmira is only giving answer 2619.1, 2619.76, 2619.76 kilojoule per kg. This is the heat supplied in the boiler. Everyone understand? Please write, copy it. I am giving time to you. 2 minutes I will give. Understood? Anybody having problem up to this? SSC. We'll calculate on next page. SSC. SSC means what? Specific steam consumption, and is equal to what? 3600 divided by W net. W net is equal to steam turbine minus steam pump. W pump. Sorry, W steam turbine minus W pump. So next page we're going to calculate. No problem. Up to this, anybody having problem and understanding, please reply. If you understand, please write understand, understood. Okay. Only Asmita is giving answer, reply. Others, please reply. Prerna Wankade, good, understood. Others, please reply. So that it gives me somewhat confidence that okay, you are watching, you are understanding. Yes, Rana, Ganesh, very good, Ganesh. Others like Ganesh also reply. So writable over from this page. Is writable over? Shall I go to next page? Next slide. Not yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So we'll go to next page. Specific steam consumption is the value is what? Specific steam consumption is the amount of steam required in kg per kilowatt hour to generate one electrical unit power. Okay, and for that here we have to SSC is there, specific steam consumption SSC. Then what is formula? 3600. That formula I told you to remember. Divided by W net. And the unit will be what? Kg per kilowatt hour. Okay. And what is formula now? Here it will become 3600 divided by W net means W steam turbine minus W pump. Okay. And is equal to it is 3600 divided by W steam turbine minus W pump. So put the values accordingly. 3600 divided by 792.54. Say 192.64 minus 1.49, and this will give value much specific steam consumption. Anybody would have calculated?
Sir, 54. 792.54.
754. Okay, it is instead of 64 it is 54. Am I right? Correct, na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And answer is what? 4.55. 4.55 kg per kilowatt hour. Okay, so this is the, we'll check answer again once again. $4.55. Okay, so this is so write down this and tell me over so that we'll go to next problem. So everybody understand every step by step solution, how to solve the numericals on Vapor Power cycle. Please reply, please. Yes, sir, understood. Adas Narayankar, Asmita, yes, sir. Write up is over. Please mention is over so that we'll go to next numerical. Over others. Okay. So with this representation, we'll go to next numerical. Over, sir, good. Shall we give you this numerical to you? You can start to practice this numerical now. So steam power plant working on ideal Rankine cycle. Ideal Rankine cycle means theoretical Rankine cycle where we are not considering any kind of losses. Steam power plant working on ideal Rankine cycle having dry and saturated steam at 2.5 megapascal pressure for the turbine, for the steam turbine. The condenser pressure in the plant is maintained at 0.1 bar. Find Rankine efficiency, work ratio, specific steam consumption, fourth heat rejected in condenser, fifth heat supplied in boiler. Is it okay? Can you solve? I will give 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So visible, numerically visible. Yes, sir. Asmita is ready. Very good. Others, please reply. Write down the numerical, and if numerical is over, please mention. Guys, write up is over. Is it over? Write up. Is write up over of numerical? So I will start. I will guide in for this numerical and next you solve. So only we have to calculate H1, H2, H3, H4, depending on the steam condition. What kind of steam we are supplying to the turbine, and H3, H4, H2, these are common points. Only H1 and H1 depends on the steam, maybe superheated or maybe dry and saturated. Is right the power of numerical? Shall I help you in solving, or you will solve that independently? Please mention in chat box fast. I will solve, Asmita. Okay, like Asmita, how are there solving, sir? Okay. Okay, let then I will use time for you. Others, please reply. If anybody want my help that I should solve with you, then I will solve. I am ready to solve. Or instead of going, okay, I will explain afterwards solution. It is available in notebook. Student note, no problem. Till time is there, so we'll go for some solution. So this is our diagram. It's a TS diagram we are going to draw. As steam supplied to, this is ideal Rankine cycle, therefore we should not consider any kind of losses in that. So steam supplied to the turbine is dry and saturated. They have mentioned that steam supplied to turbine is dry and saturated. Therefore, point number 1 is lying on the vapor line. And from that isentropic expansion, because ideal Rankine cycle. If it is the actual Rankine cycle, this will be inclined line. Okay. So this will be 1 to 2 point will be there. Okay. Then this will be steam turbine. Isentropic expansion, and the pressure is what? Here pressure will be 20, how much? 2.5 megapascal. So 2.5 megapascal means that we want to convert into bar. And how to convert into bar? 2.5 megapascal means 2.5 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 10 raised to 5, and it will become 25 bar. So pressure inside this boiler will be 25 bar. Steam supplied is what? Dry and saturated. Okay. Then condenser pressure is how much? Condenser pressure is here 0.1 bar. Directly given. So there we have not worry about this 0.1 bar. Okay. Now here 1 to 2 will be isentropic expansion in steam turbine. This is steam turbine process. Okay. Then this will be condenser process, this will be pump process, and this will be boiler process. So H1, H2, H3, H4 we have to determine. This is our aim. To calculate anything, any parameter of the performance, we require 4 enthalpies, corner enthalpies of Rankine cycle polygon. H1, H2, H3, H4. We'll start one by one. So okay. So for that here we'll consider H1 is equal to Hg, because point is lying on the vapor line. H1 is equal to Hg at 25 bar. Again, in that case, we have to refer the table number. Anybody of you, which table number? Table number 2, pressure is given. And in that case, H1 is equal to Hg at 25 bar, means we will get the answer 2801.0 kilojoule per kg. Okay. So this will be H1 is equal to Hg at 125 bar, 2801.0 kilojoule per kg. Okay. Now similarly, H2 is lying in the wet region. Therefore, its enthalpy will be what? H2 is equal to Hf plus X2. X2 means as the point is X2, we will determine, we'll consider this as a X2. H2 is equal to Hf plus X2 into Hg, and this pressure will be at 0.1 bar. So H1, H2 is equal to Hf plus X2 into Hg at 0.1 bar. And therefore, H2, Hf and Hfg, we have to record at 0.1 bar. Again, table number 1, we have to go. Table number 1, pressure is 1.1 bar, and Hf and Hfg we have to record. And Hf is at 191.8. 191.8 plus X2 into Hfg will be 2392.91. 9, not 1. 23892.9. And therefore, this will be equation number 1, because X2 is not, we don't know X2. Therefore, we cannot calculate purely or completely H2 value. Therefore, X2 we should know. And for that, we require to calculate X2 value. And for that, we are taking the help of, again, procedure is same as that of the previous numerical. S1 is equal to S2. The procedure S1 is equal to what? S2. Because isentropic expansion process, the reason is what? Isentropic expansion process in steam turbine. So this will be isentropic expansion in steam turbine. So S1 is equal to S2 means isentropic expansion in steam turbine. And again, S1 is again lying in the paper line that we know. S1 is equal to, again, similarly SG at 25 bar. So S1 is equal to SG, not SF, which is SG at 25 bar. And again, table number 2 we have to refer. S1 is equal to their enthalpy, specific entropy column we have to go for. And S1 is equal to SG at 25 bar. And this value will be what? 6.259 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. 6.259. S1 is equal to SG at 25 bar. Then S2 is lying in the wet region. Therefore, S2 is equal to SF plus X2 SFG, 0.1 bar. So SF and SFG we have to record at 0.1 bar. And this value will be here 0.649 plus X2 into 7.502. So we have to refer table number again, that table number, but S2 pressure will be 0.1 bar. So pressure will be what? Here pressure will be 0.1 bar. S1 pressure will be 25 bar because corresponding pressure we have to go for. So S2 is 0.1 bar. Okay. And then S2 is equal to SF plus XFG. And then S1 already we have calculated 6.253 is equal to 0.649 plus X2 into 7.502. And this value will give the value 0.747. But we require that value up to 2 digits. Therefore, up to next digit is more than 5. Therefore, this digit will consider as a, will add 1. Therefore, X2 will be what? 0.75. Only 2 digits we calculate. Up to this, I think we have done the calculation. You write down. I will give time for you to complete the write-up of 2x2 is equal to 0.75. So that next page, there will be calculation of H2, H3, H4, and then next parameters. Over, please mention in chat box. Otherwise, I am sitting here. I am concerned that you are writing and nobody is writing, and where this time will become idle. Unnecessarily, this time will go waste. So others Narayan got value and efficiency, very good. Work ratio, heat supplied, heat rejected, SSC, very good. Asmita Sarvade or okay. Shall we? Very good. Others Asmita Sarvade or okay. Solving Sir Prerna, I think. Okay, so others please reply fast. So X2 is equal to 0.75. Okay. Now we have to put that value X2 is equal to 0.75 in this equation 1, and H2 is equal to what? 1, 9. So H2 is equal to what? HF plus X2 into HF. So that equation we know. In that equation, 191.8 plus X2 0.75 into 2392.91. In this equation, if you put our value of X2 0.75, now what we will get? H2 will become 1979.29. 1979.29. Okay, and similarly, hence here we know that H3 is equal to HF because point number 3 is lying in the wet liquid line. Point number 3 is lying on the liquid line. Therefore, H3 is equal to HF at 0.1 bar. H3 0.1 bar. H3 is equal to HF, and this value will be 191, already calculated for H2, 191.8 kilojoule per kg. Now we know that H4 is equal to H3 plus W pump. H3 we know 191.8. Pump work we have to calculate. It is nothing but what? 0.1 into boiler pressure in bar. So pump work, formula for pump work, I'll write here W pump is equal to 0.1 into P boiler in bar minus P condenser in bar. Okay. In that case, it value will be P 0.1, 25 minus 0.1, and it is 2.49 kilojoule per kg. So this is the value of what? Pump work, 2.49 kilojoule per kg. And this value will be H4 in that case. H4 will be in that case 191.8 plus 2.49. 191.2 plus here 2.49. The value will become what? 194.29 kilojoule per kg. And this will become value now 31 point. Then eta ranking now. Already we got all the enthalpies. H4 is equal to 194.29, H3 191.8, H2 is equal to 1979.28, H1 is equal to Hg at 25 bar. This value will be 2801, and therefore all H1, H2, H3, H4 we got. Therefore eta ranking will become what? Eta ranking will become H1 minus H4, heat supplied minus heat rejected, H2 minus H3 divided by heat supplied into 100, and this will become the value 31.48. So similarly, work ratio will be what? W net means W turbine minus W pump, H1 minus H2 minus W pump divided by W turbine, H1 minus H2, and this will become 0.9975. So up to this, everybody understand and write this. Understand, please mention in the right chat box. Understand, sir, no doubt. If it is there, you ask me doubt. Understood, over and understood, sir. Yes, sir, understood. So till that, others, I will give 2 minutes to write complete the write up of this. I request everybody to keep stream tables with you. Maybe soft copy stream table. If otherwise, you make that, print that soft copy stream table and make it hard copy with you also. Or purchase the stream table if in your by city. Okay, next parameter is what? Specific steam consumption. Specific steam consumption is equal to what? Again, 3600 divided by W net. W net is equal to what? Here in that case, we have calculated it is 821. W turbine minus W pump, 821.27 divided by minus here 2.4 is 2.49. So in this case, the network will become 818.78, and the specific steam consumption will become here 4.396, or nearly equal to, you can say it as a 4.40 kg per kilowatt hour. Okay, this is equal to what? Air steam consumption. Specific steam consumption means what? To calculate the rate of per electrical unit, this is very important. Specific steam consumption, 4.4 kg per kilowatt hour. So in this condition, means if one unit were to develop, then 4.4 kg of steam is required. Then to generate 1 kg of steam, how much fuel is required, that we are going to go. And depending on that, the calculations, we are giving the rate for other companies when we want to sell the electricity from generation. Okay, so W3600 divided by W net. W net is equal to what? Or is equal to here 3600 divided by W net means what? W steam turbine minus W pump. 3CW steam turbine minus W pump. In this case, it will become 4.396 or 4.4 kilojoule per kilowatt hour. Then simple answer, heat rejected in condenser will be H2 minus H3. Already we know H2, we know H3, H2 and H3, and it will become 1787 kilojoule per kg. And it's supplied in boiler H1 minus H4 kilojoule per kg. The same kind of numericals are there here also. Only thing is their procedure we have to repeat. Okay, and we should know the procedure, and only conditions may change. Understood? Yes, sir. Others are yes, sir. Okay. Next numerical, write down this numerical, and after writing, you tell me the answer here. Over. Okay. So this might be the today's last numerical. After, and this numerical will end our lecture today. So please write fastly. We're having less time, maybe 20-25 minutes. It is proposed to operate vapor power cycle using steam at 2 megapascal in boiler and 7 kilopascal pressure in condenser. Compare Carnot and Rankine cycle for efficiency and calculate work ratio and specific steam consumption. Assume liquid to be saturated at entry of the boiler and use boiler as saturated vapor. This is numerical 2 or 3 times they have asked. After numerical write-up is over, please mention over and be fast, reply everybody, so that we have to cover the numerical as quick as possible. Very simple numerical. That's not that case. Only some additional Carnot efficiency we have to calculate. And we have to compare the efficiency, means which efficiency is more and which efficiency is less. That afterwards we have to write one comment. Other part is just common. Yes, sir. Over. Asmita, over. Others, please reply fast so that I will get some idea. That... Okay, now here, Prerna Wankade, Asmita Sarvedi. Others, please reply. Others, Narayankar, others, please reply so that I am getting confident that I should go ahead. Solving, sir. Okay, solving. Okay, so later will you know. Okay. Now here in this numerical, same numerical is there. It is earlier numerical. Only calculate water entering to the boiler is saturated. This is entering to the boiler is saturated liquid. They have given ideal condition in another language. Water entering to the boiler is saturated liquid, and water leaving the boiler is saturated vapor. Means what? Dry and saturated steam is supplied to the turbine, and water is as usual. It is entering at the water. Liquid in the liquid state is entering the boiler. Already every time in ideal Rankine cycle, water is entering into the boiler as a liquid form, and dry and saturated steam is entering to the turbine. Now it is pressures are given. P boiler is given as 2 megapascal. Means 2 megapascal we have to convert into bar. Okay, and it is equal to what? Here 2 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 10 raised to 5. It will become 20 bar. Okay, and a condenser pressure is given as 7 kilopascal. So 7 kilopascal means 7 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 10 raised to 5, because 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 pascal, that we know, and is equal to 0.07 bar. So boiler pressure is 20 bar is coming, condenser pressure is 0.07 bar is coming. So now we know that Carnot cycle efficiency. First of all, we will calculate the Carnot cycle efficiency. And we know that Carnot cycle efficiency is bounded by curve. So it is what isothermal processes are there in boiler and condenser. Therefore, what? Here, pressure, this will be boiler 1 to 2 heat addition in boiler 4 to 1. This will be 1 to 2, and this will be 2 to 3 to 4. Okay, so this will be okay. 1 to 2 will be their steam turbine, 2 to 3 heat rejected in condenser, and 3 to 4 is what? Isentropic compression in pump. Okay, this will be pump for this. Okay, this will be condenser. Okay, now to calculate Rankine cycle, Carnot cycle efficiency. What is Carnot cycle efficiency function of? How we can calculate the Carnot cycle efficiency without calculating H1, H2, H3, H4? Anybody of you? Anybody of you? Chart box is open to you, everybody. How we calculate Carnot cycle efficiency? By knowing that? Anybody? Yes, I got one answer. 2 answers I got. It's function of temperature. Prerna Wankade and Asmita temperature. Very good. To temperature, we have to calculate. So eta Carnot is equal to, here we only have that. Eta Carnot is equal to what? is equal to what? T1 minus T2 divided by T1. T1 minus T2 divided by T1. And what is T1? T1 is heat supply temperature. T2 is heat rejected temperature. Now T1 is equal to what? Saturation temperature at this saturation temperature where the temperature where phase change will occur. So this T1 is equal to T sat at what temperature? T1 is equal to T sat. T sat means T saturation at 20 bar. This value we have to record from steam table. Again, T2 is equal to what? T2 is equal to this, I think she got answer. So SA24. Why? Hello, Ravi, don't make our smartness. It's 24. Why don't give answer addends now? Okay, so 2 T sat. T2 is equal to T sat T saturation at. Now rejected temperature is at what? 0.07 bar. So 0.07 bar. Again, table number 1 and table number 2 we have to refer. 20 bar of the saturation temperature we have to record. 0.07 bar of the saturation temperature that we have to record. So 212.14 and another is 39.03. 212.04, 39.03. 212.4. 212.4 degrees Celsius and 39.03 again degree Celsius. Am I right? Understood? And write up is over. Then please write over and understood. Over and understood. Understood, sir. Only Asmita is giving reply, others please reply. Prerna, good. Prerna, others and others please reply. Okay. Now here, but as efficiency we are calculating in temperature, so temperature we have to convert into SI unit, and SI unit is Kelvin. Therefore, here though we are taking temperatures from steam table in degree Celsius, that we have to convert into Kelvin, and therefore is equal to T1 we have to convert into Kelvin. It is 214.0 degrees Celsius using steam table number 2. So that we have to convert into Kelvin, means we have to add 273 in that case. So is equal to what? So means is equal to what? 212.4 plus 273 and is equal to T1 is equal to 485.4 Kelvin. Similarly, T2 is equal to what? Here 39.03 plus 273 Kelvin. And 273.15 if you want to be too much correct in that case. So it will be 312